Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. We're back, Griff Dad's here.
Oh, hello viewers.
Obviously there's been an international break which we don't like, do we?
No, we did other things though, didn't we?
We did, I had a week off.
Badminton.
Played a bit of badminton, played some tennis. We are back now with championship predictions, week 7. Is it 6?
6.
Week 6! Oh my god, I'm losing count. Dad, let's go through the scores from the last episode. We had Thog Dad as a guest. He was an unbelievable guest.
Funny guest, yes.
But the scores. I got 6 points. Thog Dad got 1 point.
Oh dear. He's not the GOAT, is he?
He's not the GOAT anymore.
1 point.
1 point, Thog Dad.
That's very bad. That's poor.
Griff Dad won the episode. He got 11 points.
Yeah.
He is jammy. He's very. I don't know how he does it. And he predicted the West Brom score right as well.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, you said Huddersfield would win. And, I told people to clip it if it. Right, the guest for today's episode is the one and only Benjamin Bloom.
Hello, Alex. Thank you so much for having me on for the predictions. Fellow Ipswich Town fan, wonderful time to be an Ipswich Town fan. Let's just drink it in while it lasts and crack on with the predictions.
He's the chap with all the hair, isn't he?
He is. He's got a lot of hair, and he's a lovely bloke. I'm going to leave his channel.
Do you reckon he could make me a wig out of his hair?
Go subscribe to Benjamin Bloom's channel. I'm going to leave the link to his channel down below. But without further ado, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the predictions. The first game of the weekend, Dad, is Hull City versus Coventry. This is being played tomorrow night. This video is going out in the morning, so it'll be out on the same day of the game. Hull Coventry. I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
I've gone 1 to Hull and 2 to Coventry.
Ooh.
So Coventry win there.
Wow.
Hull versus Coventry. God, if you'd asked me towards the tail end of last season, I'd have been heavily on Coventry. Hull have started the season well. They look decent. Great win at Leicester last time out. Coventry still trying to gel the new team after the sales of Hamer and Gyökeres. They're quite draw heavy. I don't think Coventry are going to win, but maybe they'll get something. Let's go for another draw. Hull 1, Coventry 1.
The next game is Southampton versus Leicester. 2 ex-Premier League clubs from last season, Dad. This is a massive game. Probably one of the biggest games of the weekend in the Championship. Southampton have the home advantage, but for me, Leicester, they've been in really good form, and I can't see Southampton getting a result, especially after losing to Sunderland. For me, it's going to be close, but I'm going Southampton 1, Leicester 2.
I've gone for Southampton 0 and Leicester 2.
Southampton v Leicester. This should be an absolute corker on Friday night. You can come and join me over on my channel for the watch long. It's the first time we've had 2 of the Year 1 parachute teams meet each other. It should be a clash of the Titans. We hope it's a great game. There has been loads and loads of goals in all of Southampton's games thus far. So let's go for another draw, but let's go for a silly one. Let's go for a fun one. Southampton 3, Leicester 3. Why the hell not?
The next game is Blackburn versus Middlesbrough, Mr. AJT's team. And I'm really sorry, but I think Blackburn are going to win. I've got nothing against Middlesbrough, and I know there's going to be a lot of Middlesbrough fans watching this and going, Griffin doesn't like us. I don't have anything against Middlesbrough, but the way they've started the season doesn't give me any confidence. I think Blackburn are going to get a win. They're at home. It's going to be 1-0.
I've gone for 1-1.
Blackburn versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough look a shadow of the team that got all the way to the playoff semi-finals last season. Blackburn continue to befuddle me wherever they go. I always get Blackburn wrong, so whatever I say, you can pretty much flip this prediction around the other way. Will Borough get their first win? I don't know. Blackburn tend to punish you with whatever they get. Sorry, Borough fans. Sorry, Michael Carrick. Let's go for the misery. Poor old Borough. Blackburn 2, Middlesbrough 1.
The next game is Bristol City versus West Brom. I have gone for a Bristol City home win, 2-0.
I've gone for Bristol City 2, West Brom 1.
Bristol City versus West Brom. I guess Bristol City skews slightly better away from home. Not sure I totally trust West Brom. They've had a pretty decent start, a bit higher scoring than I suspected too. I don't fancy them though. Let's back Bristol City in this one. A close one. Bristol City 1, West Brom 0.
Okay, the next game is Huddersfield versus Rotherham. Two teams that I actually predicted to get relegated at the start of the season. But Huddersfield got a surprise result. We won't talk about it because Griff Dad will start yapping away. Oh, I got it right. But Huddersfield, I've got a feeling they're going to get a home win. They're going to have a bit of confidence. They're going to come back after the international break and they're going to get another win against Rotherham. It's going to be 2-1 to Huddersfield.
I said the same, 2-1.
You've been copying my answers, haven't you?
I've written it down, 2-1.
You just haven't.
Huddersfield versus Rotherham. Cool. This feels like a big game already, doesn't it? We suspect both teams are probably going to be battling somewhere in the bottom 4, bottom 6, bottom 8. Their fans will hope not. It's a Neil Warnock derby. Neil Warnock, of course, in the dugout for Huddersfield. I think if it was at Rotherham, I'd be more confident for the Millers, but let's go for Wiley Warnock to get the win in this one. Both teams to score. Huddersfield 2, Rotherham 1.
The next game is Norwich versus Stoke City, Dad. Norwich are at home, obviously, and we don't like Norwich, do we?
No, we don't like the Budgies. They've been winning though. They lost last time, didn't they, last week?
Yeah, they did lose their last game.
That was a shame really, but we did celebrate.
What a shame.
I've done Norwich 2, Stoke 0.
No way. I've actually gone for a Norwich win as well.
Oh dear.
And I don't want to, I don't
It's
like,
sad.
I know we are sad, aren't we? Predicting our rivals to win. Yeah.
Dumb and dumber here.
I hope they lose. But I think their team's too strong. It's going to be too strong for Stoke. 3-0 to Norwich.
Norwich versus Stoke. It's another derby for the managers. An Alex Neil derby here. He returns to his former club. And I have to say, on the basis of what I've seen so far, I'm a bit more confident about Norwich. Stoke have brought a lot of players in. There's a lot of excitement there. Have they gelled quite as quickly as we expected them to? Probably not yet. And Norwich are better than we all expected, I think. So I am going to back the Canaries. They're pretty free scoring too, even without Josh Sargent, who's injured. In fact, they've lost the Chilean lad, Nunes, as well. But I still think they've got enough in the tank there, Norwich. Norwich 3, Stoke 1.
Preston versus Plymouth. This game is quite big, Dad. Plymouth have actually had a decent start to the Championship. But Preston, currently top of the league. They've had a brilliant start. And Dad, I've gone for a shock result here.
Okay.
This is going to be Preston 4-0.
I've gone Preston 2, Plymouth 3. I think Plymouth are going to edge it.
Really?
Yep.
That would be carnage. And if I'm assuming Plymouth have probably sold out. To tell you what, that's a trek for Plymouth.
Yep.
Driving up all the way to Preston. That must be about a 6-7 hour drive.
I think Plymouth will do it.
Preston versus Plymouth. It is the master versus the apprentice. I don't know who's who anymore between Ryan Lowe and Stephen Schumacher. Preston, brilliant start. Plymouth, of course, we know as Ipswich fans, incredibly good at home. Haven't won yet on the road. Do you know what? I think it's a low scorer, and I think Preston might be staying top of the Championship table. Preston 1, Plymouth 0. A win for the master over the apprentice.
The next game is QPR versus Sunderland. Sunderland obviously won their last game 5-0 against Southampton. They surprised a lot of people. For that reason, I think Sunderland are going to get an away win. It'll be their first away win as well against QPR. QPR 1, Sunderland 2.
I've gone for QPR 1, Sunderland 3.
Wow, unbelievable.
QPR versus Sunderland. This one could be really, really fun. I was there a few weeks ago. I'm sure you were too, Alex. And QPR were quite a lot better than I thought they would be against Ipswich, especially Sinclair Armstrong up top. And they were pretty all in on getting goals. And Sunderland under Tony Mowbray are very, very much the same. So I'm definitely on both teams to score. So let's go for another fun one. Desmond, QPR 2, Sunderland 2.
And the next game is Ipswich Town, Dad. Sheffield Wednesday versus Ipswich Town. I'm going to be there. I cannot wait.
It's a Saturday, isn't it?
Moved on to Saturday games, yes. There's only 2 Friday night games, but this game's big. Sheffield Wednesday, Ipswich. I've got to be honest, I've got a lot of respect for Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday 1, Ipswich 3.
Way! Blue Army!
Blue Army!
I genuinely think Hillsborough is a horrible place to go. They always make it a pretty hostile atmosphere. They make it hard for teams to come.
play.
to come to play. And tell you what, we haven't got the best track record at Hillsborough, but with the way we're playing, with the confidence of the team, we've sold out. I'm pretty sure we've sold out the away end, Dad. It's going to be unbelievable.
You're going, aren't you?
I will be there.
We can't go.
I'm going for Sheffield Wednesday 1.
I'll be on holiday.
Ipswich Town 2. 2-1. We're going to win. We're going to get 3 points, and I'm hoping we can carry on.
With the momentum.
With the momentum and picking up points. Ben, what do you think?
Sheffield Wednesday versus Ipswich. Oh, I hate predicting Ipswich to win any game of football ever because it always comes back to bite me on the arse. But they've got to be strong favourites to win this one. Ipswich have done everything that Sheffield Wednesday haven't since promoted, kept everything stable, kept on winning. Currently second in the league table. It's a hard 3-game week coming up for Town. They could really do with getting off to a winning start. Maybe through self-preservation I might do this, but let's forecast a draw with my fingers crossed underneath the table that I'm going to be completely wrong. I think Ipswich will dominate the possession in this game, but maybe Sheffield Wednesday can nick a goal. So let's go for a 1-1 draw.
Okay, we can move on to Watford versus Birmingham. I'm going to make this one nice and quick, Dad, because this is the only game I predicted to be 0-0. It's going to be 0-0. It's usually a 0-0 result in the weekend, and I've got a feeling it's going to be this one. Birmingham, obviously, very good team. They've started very strong, but I've got a feeling they're going to struggle away against Watford. It's going to be 0-0.
I've gone for Watford 3, Birmingham 1.
Do you think Birmingham could lose?
I think Birmingham will lose that one.
Oh,
Watford's at home.
Okay.
That should be a good atmosphere.
Have you done your research?
I can't say.
You've not done any
I haven't
research,
done
have
any
you?
research,
No.
no.
Okay, I can tell.
Watford versus Birmingham. I saw Birmingham in the flesh against Millwall last week. Looked nice and solid, not spectacular, but their start and the mood at the club is pretty spectacular at the moment. Watford struggling to get a bit of a hold on. I thought they would play a certain way under Valerian Ismail. They aren't really. It's a little bit different. Must admit, I haven't seen them in the flesh just yet. So this one's a complete coin flip for me. Could go either way. Let's go with the momentum of Blues. Watford 1, Birmingham 2.
We're going to move on to this is probably the biggest game of the weekend, Dad. Cardiff versus Swansea. It's the derby. And I'm telling you now, these fans absolutely hate each other. They hate each other, Dad, these fans.
They don't like each other, do they?
They don't. And it is a massive rivalry. I think this rivalry is pretty underrated. I've never been to a Cardiff-Swansea derby, and I would love to go to one as a neutral fan, but these sort of derbies are for the fans, and I don't know what's going to happen in this game, Dad. I'm going to let you predict.
Cardiff 2-1.
Well, that's interesting because I've gone. We obviously beat Cardiff 3-2 not long ago, and Cardiff were very, very good going forwards. Swansea haven't started great this season. Cardiff are at home. They've got the home advantage. I've gone for a 2-0 Cardiff win.
Cardiff versus Swansea. Huge game this. Swansea still looking for their first win under Mike Duff. Cardiff have got one under Errol Balut, but it does really stink of a kind of must win for both new managers starting this season. There, South Wales derby, Needle, Cardiff at home. Swansea not quite clicking yet. Sorry, Swans. Cardiff 2, Swansea 0.
Okay, right, we can move on.
Joke.
Oh gosh, Griff done his jokes. He loves it.
Which football team loves ice cream?
Oh, go on.
Aston Vanilla.
Get out of my room. Get them predictions gone. And I'm going to carry on the video. That's disgraceful. Last game of the weekend. It's Millwall versus Leeds. This game's on Sunday, Dad. These fans also hate each other. Two of the probably craziest fan bases in England. Millwall, Leeds.
Millwall's nuts.
Millwall are nuts. Leeds fans are crazy as well. This game is going to be so tasty, Dad. It's going to be unbelievable.
It's going to be a nutty game.
Millwall are at home. There's going to be fights everywhere, isn't there, this game? I don't know.
The police will be out when
There
they
will be a
walk
lot of police at this game, I'm telling you that for a fact. But we saw Leeds play at Portman Road, and they're very good, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why I've gone for Millwall 1, Leeds 4.
That is crazy, and it's very close to mine, actually. I've got Millwall 2, Leeds 4. I think there's going to be lots of goals in this game. 6 goals. I could be completely wrong. It could go either way. but it's going to be a tasty game. And they are our predictions. Benjamin Bloom, what is your final prediction?
Millwall versus Leeds. Finally, on Sunday, I am going to be there, and I'm sure Alex won't mind me giving a lovely plug for my vlog that you can watch over on my channel after the game. On Sunday, I'm hearing a whisper Millwall might be struggling a bit in the goalkeeping positions there. Leeds should have had some time on the training pitch under Daniel Farke. As much as Millwall are very, very solid, I do fancy Leeds to turn up to the Den, and especially with that goalkeeping news that we think is going to be a problem. See what's happened by Sunday. I am going to back Leeds. Millwall 0, Leeds 2. Thank you so much for having me on, Alex. You keep up the great work. If you're an Ipswich fan and you watch Alex's channel, do check out the Blue Monday podcast live on Sunday night, going over Ipswich's game against Sheffield Wednesday. If you're a Championship fan watching Alex's channel, do hit subscribe and take a look at my stuff. All the Championship teams covered. Hopefully you like it. Even if you don't, go and hit subscribe anyway.
Right, and that is it for this one. Appreciate all your support. Please
Comment down below.
Comment down below your predictions for this weekend. There will be another one of these going up on Monday because there are Tuesday night games. There's a lot of work, so please subscribe to the channel. Please smash a like on this video, and
Bye for now.
the next video will be the Sheffield Wednesday vlog. It's a big one. See you very soon. Goodbye.